I had very low expectations of it. I thought it would be pretty unspectacular. I thought it would be kind of normal. I mean, trucks, people drive across the United States all the time. I just didn't think it would be a very big deal. It's a big deal. The first thing I realized was coming in here on that Friday morning where people were scrambling to try to locate another RV, and I thought, oh, this is already starting with difficulty. And when I saw the condition of that RV, I thought, this is not going to be just a normal trip. This is going to be a challenge. Early on, years ago, I was doubtful that we could make any impact on the difficulties of the Congo. We're so far away, the difficulties are so extreme. My experiences in the mission field in West Africa actually makes the experience in Central Africa with the Congo much more impossible task. The Congo is harder to reach, its topography is much more difficult, and because I know what West Africa is like, to be able to solve the problems of Central Africa, it's just, to me, makes it more impossible. All along the way, there were unexpected difficulties that came up, but at just the right time, a person or a piece of equipment or some piece of information would come from an unexpected source to enable us to keep going on schedule. I think these challenges came from the used nature of the equipment, and so they were kind of normal challenges, but there was a very strong spiritual element in the overcoming of the challenges. In every one of them, I could point to supernatural coincidences that took place in order to overcome every one of these difficulties. I expected to be able to handle this pretty easily. I found out there's no way this could have happened if God hadn't shown up with various help. We talk about community all the time at Fellowship and God's presence, but we don't really see it till we put ourselves in the position that it actually isn't going to be done unless God shows up. When I went into this, I didn't have high expectations. I always thought we were going to go drive across the United States and it really wouldn't be that big a deal. And we were going to raise some money and awareness for the people in the Congo, so that's a good cause. I'm glad to be a part of a good cause like that. I did not realize until midway through it, or maybe till we got back, the spiritual impact of this trip. Various people would remind us that, yes, we're doing this for the cause of the Congo, but after the fact and reminiscing about it and thinking about it, God really was doing something in the spiritual world during all of this. I think Joe Johns first kind of brought this up to my attention, that in God bringing people at the right time, supernaturally accomplishing this task, and he did do it. We just were His tools because we couldn't have done it without, like I said, all these instances of His intervention. But because He enabled us to do this, we really feel like the principalities and evil influences of the supernatural world were pushed back. We felt like God was saying, look what I can do. Look what I can do with these people. And because I can do this with these people, I can do that in the Congo. So back off, Satan, back off. The thing that gives me hope is, I don't know how many can remember it, but we saw a video of Marcel and several other pastors in a circle in the Congo holding hands, praying. And I thought, if we can help the pastors in the Congo in different tribes, different areas, get together in one room and hold hands and talk to each other, there can be success. You know, things are horrible in certain places, but it's going to be okay. God is really in control. And so often we can try to do things on our own power, or we have this feeling of nothing can be done. All we can do is pray. Well, that isn't true. We can pray, and we got a small glimpse of God's power here, or I did. I got a small glimpse of God's power here, a renewal of faith, and God is there no matter what's going on. And that affects me pretty deeply.